What's up, guys? In this video, I'm gonna be talking about maybe 4 ways of overcoming jealous and dysfunctional family members that talk about you behind your back and act one way in front of your face, but act a different way behind your back. So, let's get into it. So, just a little disclaimer. I'm not saying that these steps are right. However, they have been accurate in my life and in other people's lives that have had dysfunctional family members and jealous and envious family members. So, without further ado, let's get into it. The first step is to distance yourself away from them. Distance is key. Now, I know whenever I was younger, I knew my family members were dysfunctional, and I knew that they talked mess behind each other. I knew that they talked mess about each other behind each other's backs. However, I did my best to stay out of the drama. Now, the thing that kind of got me caught up sometimes was my honesty, but for the most part, I made sure to stay out of the drama. So when I say distance, if you are somebody that still lives at home with your family, then you can distance yourself mentally. And I'm not saying close yourself off, but don't get attached to what is being said about somebody or what is being said even about you behind your back. Take things with a grain of salt and just see things for what they are. You know what I'm saying? I know one thing I did was I laughed whenever I would have a family member talk bad about me behind my back, and somebody of the family would tell me. I would just laugh. I would just laugh, and I would just laugh and leave it like that, because whenever you hear what they're saying about you, it be so far from the truth. Like, it be so far from the truth, and you can just tell that they be hating on you. All right, so the first step is distance yourself. The second step is don't tell people your business. Don't tell people your business. That's one thing I had to learn. Whenever I was growing up, I would tell people my next move. I would tell people my love life. I would tell my parents how much I was making at the job and stuff like that. But I had to realize that a lot of the things, your love life, people get insecure about. Like, let's say if you're in a happy relationship, some family members don't want to see that because they're not happy with their relationship. And so you're one of the closest people to you. They want to drag you down. A lot of the times they do. So I had to teach myself to only talk about things that were relevant to what was being presented in the moment. Now, if they would try to ask me, "Oh, well, how much money you got right now?" I would laugh it off and just be like, I don't got no money, even though I may or may not have had money, but it was just like it wasn't none of their business. You know what I'm saying? Because you with dysfunctional and jealous and envious people, you got to meet them where they at, and you got to think how they be thinking about you. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing. You don't want to tell all your business. You can't even tell all your business to your family members, because a lot of them, they be jealous and envious. All right? That's the second step. The third step is to be humble. Be humble. Be humble. Be humble. Be humble. Can't tell you this. I can tell you this a million times, to be humble, because one thing I noticed about dysfunctional and jealous and envious family members is the more you toot your horn, they know that whenever you fell, you're gonna fall. Whenever you fall, you're gonna fall hard, because you're always talking about how good you are at this and that and this and that and this and that, and you're not being humble. And people feed off of that too. That becomes a conversation amongst the family members too when you're not around. Oh, do you really think that she making all that money? Do you really think that she's a business business-minded person. She's doing all this. You gotta be humble. You gotta be humble. You gotta be humble for real. All right. So the fourth step. Sorry guys, my legs falling asleep. The fourth step is to love them. Love them. You gotta love them. You got to love them. Do not have any hate towards your jealous, envious, and dysfunctional family members because why? Because if you're having hate towards them, that's bringing a negative emotion. And if you know anything about the universe, you are what you give. You get what you give. As above, so below. So if you are thinking hateful thoughts about them, or even worse, speaking hateful thoughts about them, what do you think they're going to do to you? You get what you give. So the fourth step means so much. I know it's the last step, but it means so much because you must still love them. And love is understanding. Love is being able to let go. Health in a healthy way. Like, I don't mean to talk about my business so much, but let's say if you're somebody that does not have a good relationship with your mom. Let's say if I've heard some stories, some females or guys, they be in the closet gay, and they be so afraid to come out to their family members because they already know they already know what's gonna happen. They already know that they're gonna hate, that they're gonna talk about them behind their back and stuff like that. That's why you gotta understand and love them still. You still got to, because if you hate them and you're speaking hateful words, they're just gonna do the same for you. Now, I know some people are lucky when it comes to their family members. Their family members they don't care. Like, they don't care what your sexual orientation is. But for other families, it's not like that. So this wraps up my video. I hope you've enjoyed it. It was simple, as sweet, to the point. I know sometimes I ramble on, but if you like videos like this, make sure to subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell, please, please, please. And also follow me on Facebook. I like doing these videos. People keep on asking me to make videos like this. I guess they say I'm good with my words or whatever, but for real, remember those 4 steps. Please, please, please. Distance yourself away from them. Keep your love life, your income, and your next move private. Please, please keep it private. The third move is, the third step is to, or was it the third or fourth? I know, okay, well, the fourth step is to love them. You gotta love them. Oh, and yeah, and the third step is be humble. Be humble, be humble, be humble. Be humble. And with that being said, I'll see you on the next video. Peace.